Good morning, guys, and welcome to another review from me, mad the bearded berserker. Yeah, it's the weekend. It's a beautiful, hot, sunny day somewhere in the world, but not here. Got work this evening, so I thought I'd do a couple of reviews before I get myself sorted and disappear out the door and spend a fantastic evening working. So before I start, I know I say this each and every single time. It's because I actually really mean it. Thank you guys so much for all the support that I'm getting over there on Instagram as Viking Beard Mat and here on my Bearded Berserker YouTube channel, where I show you guys that there are some amazing things being made by only small brands, individuals and craftsmen only, not these huge, faceless, massive brands that, let's face it, got a shed ton of money that they can throw into promoting, marketing and advertising their products that these smaller brands simply don't have, which is why more often than not they take to social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and all of that gubbins. So with all the reviews that I do on my channel, stuff that I go out and buy myself, bits and pieces that get sent through to me, all of my reviews always have been, always will be completely honest. Everything I do is completely unbiased and impartial, and everything I do is my own opinion. So if there's reasons why I like a product, I'll say why I like it, and if there's a reason why I don't like a product, I'll say equally why I do not like it constructively. And as with all reviews as well, links will be down below. I'm just going to move the camera slightly. Links will be down below in the description box, so please make sure to give them some help and support and a follow, and always try wherever possible and buy from smaller brands, individuals and craftsmen, because a few pounds that you spend makes a hell of a lot of difference to them. So yeah. Well, today's review has been very kindly sent through from a lady called Daisy Ravenfield, and she creates things. Sounds a bit strange, I know. I've got my notes set out in front of me. She's also sent a note through, and I love what she's actually creating, to be honest. It's really smart when people use other bits and bobs that people necessarily sort of throw away and create some amazing things. Upcycling, recycled, just bits and pieces. And I'm not sure whether it's art, because she's based in Manchester here in the UK, and she does kind of one-off art toys and vinyl figures. I'm not sure whether it's a toy, whether it's a sculpture, whether it's art, or kind of all of that in one big bubble. And she has very kindly sent me through a piece to have a look at. I've got some notes on my phone as well on my paper to go through. Hi Matt, here is a Viking just for you. You can keep your treasures in the little box below, of course. He is made from several plastic spray can lids, and his horns are old toggle buttons from my grandma's button box. Hope you like him and hope he can find a little place to live with you. Kindest regards, Daisy Ravenfield. Should have put my teeth in this morning. And thank you so much for the letter. And believe it or not, since day one, when I started doing reviews, coming up to about 3 years ago, I keep all these letters because they actually do mean a lot to me. So this is the little fellow in question. Hello. And there you have it. It is just so cool to look at. He arrived yesterday and the other half came home at lunch and she saw it there. It was like, oh my God, that is amazing. I really like it. Like she said in the letter, it's actually made up of several spray can lids. And then you've got a little box underneath, and she doesn't just make stuff like this. Some of the art on her Instagram page, not sure whether she's on Facebook or not, but on her Instagram page, just simply phenomenal. Now I'm just going to drag up my notes on my phone, because if you'll notice with my reviews, all of my reviews that I do are completely live. There's no editing or anything like that, flashy graphics popping up or anything like that. Okay, so a little bit about her background, Daisy Ravenfield. So she came back from industrial design. She comes from an industrial design background. After finishing a master's about 10 years ago, she was totally disconnected from it as an industry. The emphasis was just continually churning out products that would become defunct pretty quickly. Very little thought for the single-use disposable impact of these everyday products. So after studying in London, she moved to Manchester, run a jewellery making business, while studying, and that paid her way through education, and she decided to continue that after her graduation. So she opened up a small independent shop selling her own jewellery, vintage items and curios, etc. She started making her creatures about 6 years ago. It was gradual, but apparently she got a really good response from customers. I'm not surprised because the artwork is absolutely amazing. She just wanted to start up using all items that she saw or that she came across that went to waste, namely plastic packaging, other disposable items. She had a baby in 2016, eventually closed the shop in 2018 when it became a bit too much to juggle everything. She kept making, and only in springtime this year, when actually had a minute to think about it, what she'd like to do with them, she started displaying them on Instagram and started selling them via the Depop app. Prices on these range from anywhere between £10 for the small items up to about 75 quid for huge wall art pieces. The important part to her is to use up things that basically just end up in the rubbish and landfill sites, and make people think about how much thought, design and resources go into the things we often just chuck away after use. And she truly believes that even the weirdest things can be made into something intriguing or thought-provoking, and that's what drives her to create things. So that is a bit about her. And I do like the fact that everything is kind of like one-off. There are no two pieces the same. Similar, maybe, but never the same. I love just the detailing that's gone into it. I assume these like acrylic teeth and stuff you can buy from eBay. And the fact that the toggles were from a grandmum's sort of button box. Funny enough, my mother's got one of those. She's got a button box that she keeps all sorts of bits. And I just think it's absolutely cool. Plus it's usable. And it's, see, my job, I have changed jobs recently, but my job originally was teaching kids about beach conservation and rubbish and plastic pollution in the seas and everything. I live right next to the beach. It's literally just over there within spitting distance. And being a resident here, you do get tired of seeing plastic, and we've got several sculptors that live around the area that are always kind of like making these big plants and stuff out of plastic bottles, and basically doing like the Wombles did, if you ever remember the Wombles from the 70s and 80s that went around collecting rubbish and turning everyday objects into useful things and works of art. And I think this is so cool when you can use take something that's basically just kicking around outside because someone's discarded it, turn it into something different, which has, whether it's a figure, whether it's a sculpture, whether it's a piece of art, whether it's a functional piece of art like this is with the box underneath. I think it's such a cool thing. And she does from tomato ketchup bottles, which are really cool, kind of like has the resin pouring out and then sort of like the eyes and teeth in it, so it's almost kind of like, I don't know whether you've seen them before. You used to, back in the 80s, get like a glass of beer that looked like the beer was tipping out into a pool, and it was kind of like self-standing, if you know what I mean, because it wasn't actually beer, it was some sort of resin, and it's the same sort of thing as that. And just really amazing sort of art and time and patience and effort that goes into creating them. And I don't think people like Daisy, personally, get enough promotion for what they're doing, especially when they're trying to take, like I say, used crap and actually make something from it and do something with it. Even on the back, it's all sort of leaked everywhere. And I tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me as a kid having an ice cream that sort of melted, kind of that round dome, and the ice cream was melting down your hand and everything. And he's cool, and I'm going to call him Splat. Splat the Viking. And I'm going to sit him on my shelf. Where's the camera? Going to pick him up, stick him next to the binoculars. You can tell I live at the beach because I've got binoculars there, and we've got the cliffs just over there, so I sit there. And so, absolutely fantastic. I really, really wish Daisy all the success for the future. Really back her 100% in what she's trying to do. The creativity that's gone into it is amazing, and the customer service is spectacular as well. She sort of asked me what I fancy, sort of what I'd like and what sort of thing I like. And I like that with people that create stuff where you go, no, I'm not having any input, just do what you do. Because I don't want to kind of twist what she's doing, if that makes sense. So I'd rather her create a piece, send a piece through, and then I judge it purely on what she's created. And I wouldn't have come up with the idea of using toggles or those kind of duffel coat toggles for horns. Splat is going to be well happy up there, and I'll move him that way a bit more. And so yeah, you'll be seeing him in all the reviews. I'm actually planning on moving in possibly the next couple of months as well. Not very far away, literally just down the road. So yeah, looking at moving soon. So I'm going to have a brand new review room. After I've been sitting there trying to do up the one that I've got, we're now looking at moving. But there you go. So thank you so much to Daisy Ravenfield. I keep wanting to say Davy Ravenfield for some reason. Sorry, it's just me in my old age. Thank you so much for sending that through. Your work is absolutely stunning. Hats off to you for what you're creating, what you're trying to do. The fact that you're trying to draw attention to the crap that people are just leaving and discarding and throwing away, finding an ulterior use for them and creating something damn well spectacular like Splat here. Links will be down below to Daisy and her Instagram and a Depop account as well. So please show her some support. I think she does commissions as well. You can sort of like have certain bits and pieces made and everything. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed that little review this morning. I'm going to be doing another one in a bit to upload so you can watch while I'm at work tonight. And yeah, there you have it. So thank you guys so much. If there is anybody out there that needs any help, support, promoting, just please get in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you. It's only small brands, individuals and craftsmen out there. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm here to try and help. I don't charge for what I do. I just have a passion about trying to help others. And so wherever you are in the world, whatever you're getting up to this weekend, keep on taking care of each other, keep on helping, supporting each other, and above all, stay safe, stay healthy, keep loving each other because you only live once. Make the most of it, make somebody else smile, make a day for someone. Have a great one, guys. Thank you so much.